Welcome to Toffee TV. It's the instant match reaction for Everton 1, Stoke City 0. The season has begun with 3 points. Thank the Rooney. Bit of an interesting starting lineup. It looked like we were playing 3 at the back with Michael Keane, Williams and Jagielka all starting, but very quickly turned into Michael Keane playing right back and Dominic Calvert-Lewin playing right wing back, or was it right wing? I don't even think the players quite figured it out. Very, very poor first half, very sluggish, lot of really unbalanced side that came in. You know, Rooney, Klassen, all vying for the same spaces in the pitch. Sandro looking very isolated. Baines asked to cover basically the whole of the left wing. And it was very disjointed, and no one really got to grips with what they were supposed to do, or, you know, if they knew what they were supposed to do. Very difficult to sort of get into. A lot of passes going in places they shouldn't have. Luckily, we're playing a very poor Stoke side by the looks of it. They're going to have a tough season unless they bring some more players in. It was difficult. We didn't really create anything. And as I said, Rooney and Klassen really hitting the same areas without building up any kind of rapport, any kind of 1-2. Sandro was attempting to make him runs that people weren't spotting, and when people were trying to give him, you know, get him into areas to run, he really wasn't making those runs. We couldn't get players wide. We're really struggling with that. We're very narrow, and nothing seemed to stick or work or happen for us. It was almost like we'd got all these new players and then just threw them into a formation without really thinking about it, or just thinking about what the best team is. You know, just because you sign players doesn't mean you have to play all of them, especially if some players are yet to get their feet under the table. So yeah, very poor first half, but yet we scored the only goal of the game in the first half, and really it was a nice little move, and probably what the manager envisioned in his head when he set all these players together. Nice play by Rooney to start it. You know, Sandro getting the ball wide to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin put a fantastic ball in the box. Wayne Rooney rose fantastically, and it wasn't a simple header. It was a really tough header, and he, you know, he put it in at the Park End. You know, announced his arrival again at the Park End. Slid on his knees in that corner with the away fans, where he'd done that for Man United, which was again very telling, but nice sort of symmetry, something poetic about that. And we went in at half-time 1-0 up, and obviously the place was lifted by that. The place was bouncing after we scored that goal. Everything beforehand had been forgotten about. And second half, you know, we came out completely different. He brought on Martina at right back. He took Ashley Williams off, whether that was a knock or tactical, I'm not 100% sure, but he made that change, and that suited us down to the ground. Michael Keane playing in his natural position was magnificent all game. He was magnificent. Nothing threw him out of his stride. He was fantastic. And into midfield, you know, Garner was fantastic. I mean, I know we spoke about him in the week. Maybe he was the odd one out, but he was magnificent. And it was really Sneijder who struggled today. Really struggled to pick up the pace of the game, but Garner was aggressive all over the park, and also tried to push forward a little bit and give us something a little bit different. Rooney sort of dropped behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Sandro, and once he went into that position, I thought he was magnificent. I thought he just controlled the game, the tempo. Some of his through ball, some of his passing was unbelievable. I mean, the little side rule round the corner to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, where he really should have scored from. There was another one to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He was just some of the vision he's got, the things he sees, and the ability to pull it off was fantastic. And that space was created because we had 2 up front, and he wasn't one of the 2, and he was allowed to just drop in that space at number 10 and dictate the way the game played. And I just thought once he went in there, we looked so comfortable. I mean, we should have scored. Dominic Calvert-Lewin had a couple of opportunities. He never took them. Sandro had a couple of half chances where you'd like to see him get the ball out of his feet and just smash one. Klassen went off, and I thought again when Klassen went off, again the balance with Tom Davies And Dominic, to be fair, Dominic Calvert-Lewin playing up front I thought he was fantastic. He held the ball up really well. Okay, he should have took a couple of opportunities, but I thought he held the ball up so well. Allowed us to get up the pitch. Sandro, let's be honest, after about an hour, he was absolutely blown out of his arse. He got an early knock. Never quite got back into the rhythm of the game. To be fair, it was the first thing on him. He was hit straight away. But there's signs there. The signs that in a 2, with Rooney pulling the strings, that Sandro can be really effective. And I think what Dominic Calvert-Lewin showed that. I thought Dominic Calvert-Lewin was great. Let's just put it. You imagine a Giroud playing there. Maybe not a Giroud, but someone of a higher calibre playing up front. I think that would make this team tick. It just needs a little bit more width. I thought Martina, it's weird. He's so tentative. It's like he can't even believe he's on the pitch. But, you know, Seamus on the right. And I just thought, second half it fit together. And then towards the end where they brought on Crouch and started throwing things at us, I thought we were magnificent at the back. I thought Keane dealt with everything really, really well. I thought when Pickford was called on, whether it be to punch or to catch, he was there. And that save in the last minute. I mean, what made that save so good was the fact that he hadn't had to make a save really all game. And then the last minute, Shaqiri just smashes one. It looks like it's going top corner. And maybe last season, that would have gone top corner and people would have gone, oh, what a goal. And then some critics, maybe myself, would have said, well, hang on, I want the keeper to save that. And that's what he did. Because if that had gone top corner, I don't, you know, some people might have gone, oh, what a goal. But the fact that he got a finger to it, and it's not the fact, it's a great save. But what makes it so good is the fact that he hasn't had to make a save like that all game. And he does that in the very last minute. It's a stunning save and shows his powers of concentration. I mean, Pickford was great. His distribution, some of his balls. You know, you're talking that foot, those passes. You know, you had a midfielder who could play passes like that. You know, you're paying a fortune for them. So, as I say, positives are Keane, Rooney, Pickford, Garner he was fantastic second half. He went up a level. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin playing in a 2 position. And it just shows you play players in their rightful positions, things will start to click. And I thought we were great. It was just unfortunate that we didn't get the second goal, but there's something poetic about the first game being, you know, won by Wayne Rooney. He doesn't have to worry now. He's got that goal. And now it's all about bedding in other players. Classen will take time. It'll take time to find out what his true position is. I remember when we signed Fellaini, and for the first few weeks he stunk the place out. And then we found a more natural suiting position for him in the Premier League, and things just clicked. And it could be the same with Klassen. He'll take time. I know he's a good enough player. He just needs to find time with what his role is in this team. And that might take a few weeks. He might drop out and come off the bench and start getting into it a little bit. And Sandro the same. He's got to get the actual physical pace of the game. You know, he's got to... What I thought from Sandro today is he's got to be a bit more picky now about some of the runs he makes. Because if he's going to be that tired after an hour, he's going to look at it and go, hang on, I don't need to run around like a lunatic here. I just need to do what I need to do till you get that fit to that level of fitness. So, 3 points, good start to the season. We're off the mark. That's the main thing. We've got tough games ahead, but we're off the mark. And you look at it and think, second half, I think that team looks a little bit more rounded now. It looks, you can see where it's going. First half, I didn't know where we were going, but second half, I'm starting to. You can see a picture, and you bring other players. Go and get a top class centre forward for God's sake. Bring Sigurdsson in, and next minute things are falling into place. So let's hope we can do it again Thursday night. Let us know your comments anyway, what you think in the comments below. Don't forget, International Blues. Go on our website, toffeetv.net. Click on any of the Everton Direct adverts, and you're getting free shipping on all your stuff. Go and get that lovely new third kit. Click on any of the, I think there's 3 adverts on the site for Everton Direct. Click free shipping at toffeetv.net. And if you haven't joined us on Patreon, make sure you do that as well. I've been Ped. Thanks for joining me. Check out Baz's videos as well. I'll see you later.